Alright, we didn't have a level 16 hunter so far. As I just said, we've been close to it, but not quite. So maybe we can get a level 16 hunter this game. Foggy is starting his comeback. Maybe it was just his strategy all along. Playing weird stuff in the first two games, then a third game starting to play serious and then just completely crushing Czech. Maybe that was his plan. To, like, I don't know, catch him off guard. But no, probably not. But still, no close spawn. Close spawn could have been pretty damn exciting. Then we could have seen some mass archer Ancient of War play or something like that. But it's not a close spawn. And actually, it's not an exact mirror for once. Foggy going for the green spot, whereas Jack is going for this here. So that's exciting. The thing is, actually I'm just realizing that there's something pretty damn retarded about Turtle Rock. You can Ancient of War creep this, you cannot Ancient of War creep that. You can't Ancient of War creep this either. I think so at least. No, you can't, pretty sure. And you also can Ancient of War creep this. So you can only Ancient of War creep this orange spot, so Jack just got a lucky spawn position, pretty much. Which is pretty stupid, looking at the map design. If you can Ancient of War creep this but not the other spots. That shouldn't be the case, really. But it's good for Jack now. Let's see if he can make something out of it. I go from PC to phone and miss a comeback. They almost returned it. That's unfortunate. Basically how Foggy came back is he Zeppelin dropped into Jack's main base. Jack didn't have a TP, so Foggy just slaughtered the Tree of Eternity. Then Foggy TP'd back home to just defend. He won the fight because he had all the Moonwells and stuff to heal up. So Foggy basically won the game that way. Alright, let's see what items Foggy is gonna get. Clock of Shadows, that's pretty unfortunate for him. Guess it's pretty shit, really. Let's see what Jack is gonna get. The claws, that's pretty nice for him. Whoa, that's some fancy creeping that Foggy is doing here. That's some wow, dude. Holy shit. He barely takes any damage because he just pulled this and blocked them while they were running back. That's some fancy creeping indeed. For a noob, what makes one doable by Ancient of War and the other not doable? There's just not enough space to build it here without triggering to creeps. That's all really. There's not, like, the Yoga Warriors are like here and here, and the Trolls here and here, so you have no space to build the Ancient of War there, because you can't build it on, like in the water, you can only build it on a grassy or earth kind of area. So you just don't have the space here to actually build the Ancient of War without it being attacked by the creeps. So that's why only this one can be Ancient of War crap and the others can't. But anyway, Foggy actually had an experience now because he just did that creep really nicely. So even though Jack was able to Ancient of War creep the orange spot, Foggy is actually still ahead. So that's pretty impressive by Foggy. Circlet does now for Jack's Team Hunter though, so with the claws and Circlet, Foggy can't really trade so well against that. And Jack is gonna get an item here as well. If Jack gets Slippers of Agility now, his Team Hunter is just gonna be a monster. You're welcome, please, Pig. How come you don't have fancy creep tricks? Are Militia not fancy enough? But I don't know. It actually is the Slippers though for Jack, so his Team Hunter is seriously a beast. But is he gonna be here in time to cancel this? Nope, he's not. Can the archers actually steal it? Nope, they cannot. And that's, well, Talisman Activation completely sucks for him. But he has that Observer Ward and 150 gold from Talisman. He's gonna lose an archer in return though. So, I don't know, it's like... It's still like a good trade for Foggy, I would say, because that Observer Ward is pretty damn important on this map. Especially with the spawn positions here, because it's in the middle of their bases, basically. And so far, no Hunter's Hall for Foggy, Hunter's Hall for Jack though, so... Seems like Foggy's gonna go into Archer Talon, while... Jack is gonna go into Dryad's Bears. So this could be pretty damn interesting. Now they're just trading, but Foggy cannot really win this trade. He has 2 additional archers, but that Demon Hunter of Jack is just too much of a beast, really. And Foggy cannot win this trade. There's also boots for Jack, so It's kind of an issue. No, wait, there's no boot, never mind. He didn't sell his talisman yet because he couldn't get to the Goblin shop, and he doesn't have his Angel of Wonders yet, so that's why he still has it. Actually, I think it's not too bad though still, because it's a 15% miss chance. Level 1 evasion is 10%. So I think it should take the 15% of the health of evasion instead of the 10% of the evasion skill. I think so, at least. Else it wouldn't make so much sense. But there we go. Now both are going for the Naga. So no Keeper of the Grove for check. Is he maybe gonna play something fancy with his Hunter Soul instead of Dried Bears? We'll have to see, but the fight is gonna break out now. Check again has the better opening, both has the same amount of archers, Check has better items on the Demon Hunter and more HP, but well, now Foggy's actually out-microing him a little bit, so still potential for Foggy to come back into this fight, that's for sure. And this is looking good for Foggy so far, this is looking really damn good. Never mind, they both have to trade, no. They didn't have to trade TP, Foggy still pulled the TP though, because I think the two archer shots that would have actually hit a Demon Hunter, they got dodged. So he could have just done this without TPing, but well, he thought he had to TP, so he did it. It was definitely a good call by him, I think. Didn't want to take that risk there. And Foggy just used a heal potion already on his Demon Hunter and bought another one. Because it's just kind of low on healing. That's a problem with this strategy. You don't have Bears or Rejuvenation, so your healing is very limited. So you have to invest quite a bit into healing potions. And Foggy, there we go, he actually sees this now. That's gonna be a nice creep check for him. There's no staff for check, so he's gonna lose quite something in this push now. Potion of Greater Mana, that really sucks quite a bit for check. He's probably gonna sell that one. Greater Healing or Invul would have been really damn good. And the Demon Hunter is just chasing a bit more while Archers and Naga are picking up the Ancient of 4. And that Naga is actually still in some trouble here. Oh god, she could still die. She is gonna die. Nice pickup for Foggy. Is this actually the 2-2 comeback from Foggy at this point? That would be pretty damn sick. Gets another Archer as well. This is looking really good for Foggy so far. Alright, Adept coming in as well as Bears, so he's gonna have some healing. He's pretty much out of Moonwell Juice as well, so that's kind of an issue there. And creep check was just really damn nice for Foggy, because he didn't have to go for a straight up fight. Which means that he didn't really lose much HP, so he doesn't have to spend the last remaining Moonwell Juice on healing up.
Players' forces are under attack.
He's gonna go into Heavy Talons with the Master upgrade as well. Gonna go into some beautiful creeping now too. And dude, I'm actually getting so hungry at this point, like actually starting to shake. But anyway, screw food for now. We still got this beautiful game going on. And Tinker again for Foggy actually. So he's playing it again with the Tinker. Getting a scroll of the Beast, that's pretty unfortunate for him. I guess it's 200 gold from those, so you can just get a heal scroll or something like that instead. And Foggy currently has a shop control, so he can just go to the shop and get the heal scrolls in pot, and then he's probably gonna push. Maybe he's first gonna creep the red spot here though, that's also an option. Would also be nice for the healing rune to heal up his archers and heroes. And check, he's just creeping Boots of Claw for last. Like, dude, how can you get better items like that? Like, he literally got perfect items the whole game long, the Demon Hunter. It's insane. He really just has perfect items. So he's gonna be a beast. The thing is, he's playing against Master Talents. So Night Elf for once getting some of their own medicine, basically. He has a really strong Demon Hunter. Can't use him because of Cyclone, so he's getting fucked, basically. Was a nice round. And actually, the Scroll of the Beast is useful here, because it's not enough dispel for check. It's especially not dispelling it on the heroes. Actually, dispelling it on the Tinker now, though. This is Scroll feeling to still save the Tinker, but it's a level 2 Tinker, he doesn't want to lose that one. No more items for Foggy, actually, this is pretty much an all-in. But it's 50 supply against 39, there's still enough Cyclone for the Demon Hunter, even though he might have nice items, they're completely useless if he's up in the air all the time. And this was just a really nice opening fight for Foggy. And this is looking incredibly good for him at this point. He has no staff though, so no chance of saving his Tinker back and healing him up. But he's pretty much out of Moon Ultras anyway. But 50 against 32 supply, losing a Moonball now as well. He got the Orb of Venom too, but I mean, the Demon Hunter has such good items, but he's completely useless. Since he cannot push into this now. And if he does, he just gets Cycloned. Or focused to death. Even sold the Claws to be able to pick up Potion of Healing. And there we go, his Tinker actually ran back to the shop, got another Scroll of Healing as well as the staff to get back into here. So he just ran there, staffed in here, instantly used the Scroll of Healing, so everything's back to full HP pretty much except for Zeros. And Check is getting closer and closer to a heavy supply block. And Check will not be able to take this anymore. It's gonna be the equalizer for Foggy. Foggy played a bit sloppy in the first 2 games, well especially he played some weird strategies. Now he's just playing the strong strategies though, and taking this more seriously it seems, and actually completely rolling over Check. So at first it seemed like Check would just 3-0 Foggy, now it seems like Foggy is just gonna 3-0 him, well at this point 3-2. But I mean, this is the 4th game, the 5th game is still open for everything. Don't want to count Check out of this yet, but you can definitely count Check out of this one game here, because this one definitely is over. And it will be the 2-2 equalizer for Foggy. It was just really nicely played by him. Check just trying to somehow stay in this game, but it's just not gonna happen. Like no way, Foggy even expanding behind all of this, sending his Demon Hunter back into base by just running there to heal up a bit. And Check cannot even get his Demon Hunter back, because he's just too heavily supply blocked. I mean, he doesn't really want to leave at this point, but it's definitely over. So we will actually get into the 5th game. Well, as soon as Foggy finished this one. It's just never ever gonna happen at this point. Oh, the smack so from the trees, Repellent. Another heal scroll, another healing potion as well. I mean, 25 against 45 supply, half of his space is gone. He got a Demon Hunter back though. I mean, maybe if he gets hero kills, but I mean, there's Cyclone. There we go. It's like, dude, I still have comeback potential, I can maybe kill heroes. Oh, wait a second, Cyclone. Oh, wait a second, another Cyclone. Oh, never mind, it's actually a surround, don't need Cyclone anymore. It's like... I actually like to see another player losing like this, to be honest. They deserve it. Because it's pretty much how it feels to play, like... It's pretty much how it feels to play when you're Orc against an elf with that Cyclone. You have a Demon Hunter with insanely good items, he's just completely useless though because of all the Cyclones.